Hello and welcome to Nixies Notebooks. I'm your host, and I wanted to show a quick video of some of the stuff that we are making here in Williams with my friend Buddy. So I got a bunch of this paper. It's cardstock. I don't know if you can really see. It's got a glossy finish, a really smooth finish. It's for card making, and I got like a huge stack. It was like that high, like from here to the table. And I was like, what can I do? What can I make with this? So I brought it up here and we decided to work with some negative space. I'll show you some of the examples. So this is one. I'm not too fond of this one, but then there's this one. And then I have some ones with some smaller hole punches. So as you can see, I hope those are all on camera. So we did find though that, so as you can see here, like some of the pinks don't show up as well as like the purples do. So the bright, vibrant colors seem to work the best. Where's another example of that? So like here with the light blue, as you can see, the light blue doesn't really pop as well, whereas that bold, dark blue. So if you're going to try something like this, you need some smooth cardstock, smooth on one side. You're going to need some book pages. You're also going to need some markers. You can use these small little hole punches. You might have them from prior scrapbooking jaunts. I don't know if they still sell these. There was a whole bunch of them one time at Michael's. And when I say like at one time, I'm talking like years and years and years ago, because it was years and years and years ago, where they had all these like little doohickeys. So, and then there's also, I'm going to use the round hole punch today. So we're just going to do this kind of fast and dirty, just to kind of give you an idea of what to do. So I like the way these markers, they kind of, they got a lot of ink in them, so they kind of make a really inky, like bleed tone, and I'll put it up to the screen so you can kind of see it. Is that going to be wide enough for the, probably not. Make sure it's wide enough for the book page and not the circles. So we'll do that. Sorry, it's gonna shake the table. It's this is on a card table. This is, again, in Williams. I'm not at my normal crafting area, so I do apologize for any video shaking. That's not my intention, and I don't want to get the colors like right. I don't want to get them on each other because I'm afraid the colors are going to bleed just because of the type of paper I'm using them on, and they'll bleed into the actual tip of the marker and make it kind of muddy. So I'm really trying to avoid that. So I want to avoid getting another color. Why don't that focus on it? Come on, focus, focus. Okay, so as you can see from the very blurry marker and blurry mark tip, you want to watch and not get other colors on it, especially if you're using going from dark to light. Because it will kind of make it muddy. You can kind of scribble it out, like, so if you do get it on there, if you just go onto another piece of paper and just, oh, sorry about that. If you go on another piece of paper and just kind of like, you know, scribble it out, it should take most of the color out, but just as you want to just kind of avoid that. And because of the way this ink kind of settles on this paper, I'm going to avoid trying to touch my markers with the other colors, if that makes sense. I hope it does. So I feel like I need to summarize that. Like, just, I guess the summary, so if I were to summarize it, don't mix your colors. But, so it's hard because I'm trying to do this, like, I'm trying to see around the camera and do this because I'm standing right now. Which normally I'm sitting, so the camera's like a little bit above me, so it's not, it's just a little bit harder here. We'll just say that. Apparently, Betty didn't get my request for a full-blown studio to work in. I'm gonna have to talk to my agents and find out why, why that wasn't set up in advance. Just kidding. I don't have any agents. We'll do another purple at the top because I running out of colors. I just want to make sure I do enough. I do it high enough. Actually, that should be fun. Well, I'll just do it anyways, just to be safe. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to cut some hole punches. Again, I really apologize for the shaking. If you get seasick, that's not going to be fun. So let's see here. I'm going to fold that over. The reason I want to fold that over is just so I can get kind of, well, yeah, because I want to get the circle on the writing. So we'll just rip this off real quick and easy. I could like walk 2 steps over to the cutter, but this seems like a better way of doing it in my head. I don't know why. I'm just gonna rip it right off. You can do that. That's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 2 holes. So my hole puncher, sometimes like the circle isn't great, and so what I'm going to do is this page is going to go in, this is going to be the page that's cut first, because this is not the page I want to keep, and so the blade will hit this one second, and it should be a cleaner cut. I'm assuming that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So we do, oops. So another good thing about, another tip, I realized I was off camera. Again, I apologize. Another good thing to do is to put it upside down. Hold the stamper upside down so you can see where no, this isn't a stamper. What do you call these things? Hole punchers upside down, so you can kind of see where you're punching your hole. So, and I'll show you why in a minute. Let me just get that out of there. So I don't like those pounding up in there. And I will use those for something else, I'm sure, somewhere along the line. Because you might not know, so if you're doing it you're doing it this way, you might not know exactly where you're hole punching. So you might be like, okay, that's safe. And then you turn it over and it's really not. So yeah, so you think it's safe here like that, and you turn it over and it's really not. So I just repeated myself, like really just totally repeated myself again. All right. So just get this back in there. Okay. So I do want to leave a little bit of space between the two, not too much. And there we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna flip this over, and I'm gonna glue this edge down. I'm gonna move this out of the way because if I probably glue on it. So when I was talking about the brighter colors and stuff, the lighter colors would probably work okay with a bigger hole punch. I think just the smaller hole punch was too small to kind of show the colors through and make it really pop. But I think if you use like these circles or like a square or a bigger like hole punch to make the negative space, I think it would probably work out really well. So that, I know I'm gluing, I glue hard. I play hard, I glue hard, I sleep hard. That just sounds all wrong. We'll just stop right there. So again, I apologize for the shaky table. Tables are gonna shake. Sounds like that should be a commercial for some beer or something. So here we go. Boop, boop. Okay, now we're just gonna glue this onto here. And just like that. And you didn't see it, so I glued it right on there just like that. Sorry about that. Get it all glued down really well. And then I have to walk over to the cutter. So excuse me for one quick moment while I walk over to the cutter. And then I'll be back and we'll just put a little bit of finishing touches on it. So hopefully I didn't just ruin the back. Nope, didn't. Good. So here you go. You heard me doing the cutting. I did do the cutting. I did it all live, not live, but did it all just around the video. So here we go. So I'm going to round out the edges because I want to. Again, see, so when you do, especially when you do paper rounders, now this one came with instructions and it's like, yeah, make sure you're watching what you're doing on the other side, because sometimes you could be like this and you think you're cutting a corner and you're not. So, boop. Boop. That one was a boop too. I just missed it. I did it in my head. Okay. So, and then now I'm going to use some of my paper, my cutter. As you can see, it does sometimes leave a little bit of an edge, so we'll have to just round that out. Don't worry about it because I'm going to ink the edges, so it's really not going to show up. So, and this is Betty's awesome ink pad, which I'm very jealous of. I really like it. It's beautiful purple. We're just gonna ink around the edges just like that, and I'm not doing it on camera again. I know, it's so hard. And there we go. I really don't like the way this, I feel like I have to cut that edge a little bit more. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna cut that edge a little more and we're gonna redo the corners just because I'm feeling like I have some issues, and that should be, there we go. All right, I'll be right back. Back again. So we're going to recut these edges and we're going to re-ink them because we're cut off the inked parts. So there we go. What you doing, Freya? She's got a beautiful kitten named Freya. Betty does, in case you didn't know who I was talking about. Beautiful kitten. She's a little diva. She's a little princess. But she's a sweet girl. Okay, so there we go. Actually, I really like this ink. I might steal it. Don't tell her. So here we go, and as you can see, like, I don't know if you can see really well, how the ink from the markers kind of just made it look kind of like watery. I really like that effect. There you go. You can do other things. You put like a little, what you could do is, if you want to do this, you do it on a longer piece of paper with a, like, again, you'd have to have a shiny surface to get this kind of effect, but you don't have to do it on a shiny surface. You could do it on a longer piece of paper, and you could cut out these circles, and you could put like you can get another picture and you can cut it in pieces and put it up like a picture, like a single picture of a flower, like a really thin one. So I hope I'm making sense. So you would cut a piece to fit in here, but it'd go a little bit beyond the border, and then you'd cut the next piece to go in here. So it'd look like one full picture. This is one of the other things you could do with these. So that's it for the video. You will see some of these when we are done. I'm going to do a photo montage. I like that word. It's kind of sexy. All right. I did not like that. It's just kind of it's French sounding. All French words sound sexy. So anyways, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And oh, I did have some new subscribers, so thank you for joining me. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.